guys, welcome back to SFeatleyTV, SFeatley F1, sorry, should I say, and we're here to do the car launch for Aston Martin. We had Red Bull yesterday. Today it's Aston Martin is going to be releasing their car, their challenger for F1 2022 as the season builds and builds and builds with every car launch we do. The bigger the teams as well, the more hype that gets around them. Right, don't forget we've got the hype of 2017 of the 17th, sorry, of February, where we've got Ferrari and we've got the 18th, the W13, the first car that was to be fired up by Mercedes AMG Petronas. So, and it also be interested to see if it's in the black livery, which represents social injustice and discrimination and equality, or they're going to go for back to the silver arrow. So I've heard rumors that they're going back to silver. So we'll have to wait and see. The kickoff time is not till 2, but so we'll just have to bear that in mind. I'm not watching it on YouTube. I'm watching it on. I'm not gonna watch it on YouTube, am I? No, I'm not. I'm gonna watch it on the TV, so that way I can keep an eye on the chat as well. Make sure you smash that like button, please. Please smash the like button, smash that share button, subscribe button. We've got a poll going up at the minute, which is where do you think this Aston Martin will be next season? Do you feel that there'll be front runners? Basically, front runners means they'll be challenging for podiums, wins, and possibly a championship. Will there be midfield pack? Will there be just hanging like they were last season, in and around the midfield, picking up points, but struggling to really get a podium unless something like a Hungary last 2021 happens? Or they're going to be towards the back, which towards the back is basically you like Hassies or Williams or something like that of last season. By the way, I'm hoping Williams are not like that this season. I really do. I'd love to see the Williams name back up the front of the grid where it belongs, and hopefully these rules will help that. Obviously, we've got the budget caps that come into force. There's regulatory spending on upgrades. You're only allowed a certain amount of upgrades for this season, so that should all bring the costs down. And that's been the biggest problem for Williams. They've not been able to compete at the front like they were in 2014, for example. They had a great season there, and then gradually they started going down and down and down because the bigger teams could afford to keep developing their car. They couldn't afford to. They couldn't afford that. So gradually, the more you can't afford that, and the more people catch up, the more you slide down the table. So if you played my team on career mode and you ain't got enough funds to fund your upgrades, you start falling down the grid, don't you? So yeah. But by the way, like my F1 career mode's going like sick. Like right now, I did a new paint job. I had a blue paint job on mine. Right. I'll see if I've got it on my phone actually. I'm gonna have it on my phone. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. There it is in all its splendor. That was my last season's livery on the F1 2022 game. Like in my career mode. My team career mode. So yeah, that's how it looked. There you go, look. That was my car last season. Basically what I've done now, I've done a different sort of background. I've done the breakthrough livery, but I've basically kept the black, and what I've done is I've changed the light blue to yellow. So now it's a yellow and black. Kind of like the Jordan, Benson and Hedges. Do you remember that car of 98? Fuck me. That is going back in time, dude. Time. Let's go through some comments. Hey, big up the Mikel Arteta talk. Mate, I still say you need to you need to turn that to Arteta talks rubbish talk. Like Arteta the waffler. That's what you need to call it. Like, because he doesn't talk sense, he talks waffle. Afternoon, mate. Hey, bro. I've just read your story on the Daily Mail. I hope you're well, bro. God bless you, my brother, and God bless your family too. Yeah, man. Like, that's what the links are there for. I mean, like, yeah, they did. Obviously, they did a story. The story on the Daily Mail online. Funny enough, it was in the paper, but they did it online anyway. And yeah, it was nice. Basically, what happened, we forwarded it to a local paper. The local paper took it up and they said, "Can we do a piece on it?" We sent it to the Daily Mail. I got the ITV News Angle got hold of it. They wanted to do an interview about it to raise a sort of awareness about it, which was nice. So the local news got hold of it, and then obviously the local radio got hold of it as well. So because obviously I was starting uni as well. So, but yeah, if anyone wants to go check out my story, the links are there to have a look. Big up, Maisie. I hope you're doing well. Right, big up, Devils United as always. Make sure you go and subscribe to that YouTube channel right now, because she's doing bits over there right now. 50% of you say midfield pack. 33% say the front runners, and 17% say that they're towards the back of the grid. That's interesting, actually. Myself, obviously, the more competitions at the front, right, the better. I do feel there'd be more midfield pack, to be honest. No matter how much they try and get the regulations as close as together so anyone can win, there's always going to be that little pack where there's always going to be those little groups where you've got the front runners, you've got the midfield pack, and you've got towards the back of the grid. That's why I chose those three categories. You usually get that. You usually get that a lot in F1 in every season. So you always get those three separations of the grid, despite how close they make it. Mike Green, I said middle pack, pal. Yeah, middle pack. I wouldn't be surprised if most people did vote that. But then again, I do have some high expectations for this team. And the reason I say this is because the guy who's bought the team and who has majority shareholder of the team, Lawrence Stroll, he has pumped a lot of money into the facilities, the departments, to basically expand the team, to make it as big as possible without going over the budget cap. So to make it like the size of what Ferrari, Red Bull, Mercedes have. And obviously with Aston Martin being a works team, the only thing different with that is that they need to have their own engine, obviously, but they get to invest in bigger, better facilities. And that means they can produce more developments more quickly, research more quickly and efficiently, and be able to apply updates far quicker than anyone, than the teams around them. So he's said he's got massive plans for this team and he wants to push them to the towards the front of the grid. So I expect them to be using this as a best way, because don't forget, they've not been fighting in a championship like Mercedes and Red Bull have. So they could have quite easily taken the step of, we're not going to so much invest in last season because those cars have gone. These cars are the future. We're going to invest in this for next season and make sure we're not behind. Because if they fall behind this season, they could be stuck like that for 3 years. Because, for example, the engines are frozen for 3 years. So, yeah, so they might as well have been. And it kind of sort of suits to what happened last season, because last season they didn't have as strong a season compared to others in the midfield. They compared to, and also compared to previous seasons they've had. So that it makes sense that they've not so they've not invested so much last season. I love to see Sky still using that moment that Hamilton won his 7th title, right? And not the Abu Dhabi fast that was last year. You know what I mean? But we'll wait and see. Here we go. So any minute now, the car launch is about to begin. Usually about talking for about 10 minutes, 15 minutes, and then we all start. So, and we finally get to see it. So hosted by Rachel Brooks this time. Rachel Brooks will be at the Aston Martin garage. And Aston Martin's facility, I've been there. I've been to where that base is. I've been there. When it was under Midland, not when it was under Midland, and obviously it's changed a bit since then. It was under Midland who took over it from Jordan, and we went there back in 2006 to have a look. And it's basically, if you come up to a roundabout, you can go left, which goes into the Silverstone circuit, and then you've got a right, which goes into the their base. So literally they're next door to Silverstone. So but there you go. Let me see if I'm not mistaken here.
Martin took on the challenge of the Aston hill climb with the ambition of making the ascent.
Oh, so this is all part of it. So they're taking on the ambition of the mountain hill climb. I love this. I get this is like an intro they want to do. What the fuck has this got to do with unveiling a car? Just out of curiosity. I don't care. Just unveil the damn car. Like, if you want to promote what you want to sell on the road, then by all means, do an advert. But there you go. Beggars can't be choosers. Right? Don't forget they've got the 4-time world champion Sebastian Vettel and Lance Stroll, who only just got pole sitter as well. So there we are. Look, it's in its British Union Jack flag, right? Underneath the Union Jack. All we need now is Daniel Craig to come out and unveil it. You know what I mean? Pull off the flag. You know, with the bomb music. That would be so cool, wouldn't it? You have to look at the best of the best. You have to look at the best of the best are too far ahead. This is where you can't say for definite, mate, because Aston these regulations are probably some of the biggest regulation changes ever seen in Formula One. It's radical. Everything they've known thrown out the door, gone, sayonara. Right? So they've had to start from scratch. Literally like a scratch blank piece of paper, where sometimes it could carry things into next season. No, that's gone. Boom, done. So now you're gonna have to. So that throws everything. It's like you put all the teams in a basket, shaken the basket, and then tipped it out, and then seen who's gonna be at the front. Who is gonna be at the front? Is Mercedes gonna be at the front? Is Ferrari gonna be at the front? We don't know. I doubt Haas is going to be at the front, by the way. Very much so. Right? And obviously, the more money that he spent, the more chance you are going to be at the front. But it does shake it up completely. So, what is the process of revealing? Well, basically, what they'll do is they'll gradually talk. They'll talk about the sort of aspirations they've got for the season with this car and what they've got planned ahead, and gradually unveil it. And we have a quick look and sort of see any design changes that any adaptations they have tried to come up with, because the car that was produced for the at the British Grand Prix by FIA is basically a concept, right? It's a concept. The teams go off and make what their concept's going to be, and basically make a car that's going to fit that concept and fit those rules and fit those regulations. So, and it can come up with different designs. Everyone's going to come up with a different design to their car, right? And that's how you get those differences in performance. Because some people get it right, some people get it wrong. Depends on which way they want to go. So we'll have to wait and see. But it'd be interesting to see how they. And we won't know who's got it right, who's got it wrong until probably the first pre-test. There's a pre-testing session before a pre-season session, which is on at the end of February. So that's when you'll start to see who's probably got it right, who's probably got it wrong. And even then you still can't really tell because no one will really want to go out and out full pelt and reveal their hand. If you get what I mean. They like to play like chicken when it comes to that sort of thing about revealing their hand. What's Wolf saying here? Let me try and get. In fact, I don't need these, do I? I don't got anyone talking me here, do I? In fact, give me 2 seconds. Give me 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Right. Then we can hear what this guy's saying. You 3 round 7 and 8? No, I'm not. I'm what? Oh no, 6 and 7. 6 maybe. For about. Yeah. Right, there you go. That's the thing. They've had a new title sponsor. The ones that are title sponsors, like Aramco and Cognizant for Aston Martin. So it's called Aston Martin, Aramco, Cognizant F1 team. Means they probably put a massive amount of money. That costs millions to be a title sponsor. And I mean millions. And obviously, they've said about Aramco and Cognizant being something about trying to produce more efficiency and more cleaner fuel. Jesus. So it's all about trying to produce sustainable fuels and they're building a state-of-the-art facility just to do that. It'd be oh my Jesus. Jesus. Fucking hell. Look what they're doing here. And obviously right next to the Silverstone circuit. Jesus Christ, look what they're doing here. And you can see in the background where the international pit straight is. The international pit lane. Jesus. They're serious. This is what I'm saying. That like they want Aston. Right, so this is why they need Aston the 2022 season to be a good season for them, to be pushing towards the fun, especially if they're going to complement in the near future with these bigger facilities to be able to produce a much better car and a much more sustainable maybe challenge towards the ultimate aim, which is winning the title. Here we go. The AMR22 seconds away from being unveiled now. Wow. Some of those facilities are going to be state of the art, mate. Trust me, they're serious business. So we need to keep an eye on them. There we go. The AMR 2022. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5. After I've built all this, I'd love to see how they be produced in next year's car launch. Once this is all built and finished. No doubt we're probably going to see the two drivers come out any minute now. We're going to need this to be a good car, I'm telling you, man. Especially with those facilities. I'm still saying Mercedes were at the front, I'm telling you. Lots of flashing images here. I'll tell you what, if you're photosensitivity, you don't probably want to be watching this. It's probably that same trial again. I love how they're trying to do it now during the stream. You know what I mean? You really think I am gonna listen to you in the middle of my stream? Nice try. Ooh. See, already noticed the difference here already. There you go, look. They shouldn't do a revealing with flashing images. Mate, like, there is a point, man, but, like, they want to make it as dramatic as possible, you know what I mean? Oh, that looks... tell you what, it does look like a nice car. I've got to admit. So I want to try and bring up the Red Bull's picture. So Red Bull have gone for a more pointier nose. Their nose is going a little bit lower and a bit more up over the front wing. Theirs is stopping in the middle of the front wing a little bit. So there's already a change there. Right. Plus they've got slots on the side of each of the where the side pod is, above the side pods. Hopefully to try and get some more air. It looks maybe a little bit shorter. A little bit shorter in size compared to the Red Bull. Does look a nice car. Especially with the yellow wall tire. Let me have a look. Look at this. There's little differences on the front wing as well. And let me have a look at the front wing. Trying to look at the rear wing. Yeah, the rear wing for the Red Bull, it goes curving in a bit more than the AMR22 a little bit. So it depends. These little details, and I know I'm picking up. That may have said, yeah, I understand that, mate. Now I know I might be picking up on small details, but it's those small details that cost 5 tenths, 6 tenths a lap. So that's why everyone always tries, and when they unveil a car, all the teams will get everyone else's pictures to see what everyone needs his interpretation of the rules are. Don't know. I don't know. With the facilities they're producing as well, they could have the capability to try and push towards the front of the grid. I still think it'll be a little bit off in terms of tenths. And here's the thing: is that these cars are so different to everyone else's. They're so different to what's happened before. Is that it's gonna be a struggle. It's always gonna be a struggle with adjusting to these cars. These drivers are having to adjust to a new way of driving. They've never driven with ground effect before. All these drivers have never driven with ground effect before because it's been banned since the early 80s, right? Because it got out of control and to a point dangerous. So it's going to be a completely new way of driving for some of these drivers, for nearly all of these drivers. I'll put the link in the chat. Right, so if you want to come on and have your say about it, please do come on. You're welcome to. I think the only channel that's going to let people on to have their say. So if please do share the stream, do hit the like button, let people know that if they want to have their say on this F1 car launch, like let them know that they can come on and have their say. You're more than willing to, right? Absolutely. Just any viewpoint. What do you think about Mr. Aston Martin? Do you think they're going to be pushing towards the front? Do you think they're going to be in the midfield? What do you like about the car? What differences can you notice? Anything like that. You can welcome to come on, have your say. It's more than welcome to. Right? I don't buy it. You know. So. I mean, Aston Martin been tipped to come into Formula One since about 2016, and they were a title sponsor with Red Bull for so long. And then obviously after 2020, they decided from the shares from Lawrence Stroll, who bought most of the shares in Aston Martin, decided I'm having the team there. And Lance Stroll, of course, is a very exciting project for you, mate. Your dad's fucking involved in it. Your dad's fucking funding it. You know what it's it? He's probably got the safest seat in Formula One because his dad's running it. You know what I mean? Unless he crashed out in every Grand Prix, he probably knows he's guaranteed the seat next season. Right? I'm not saying he's maybe like a poor driver, and I mean he has got a pole position and that. But it is like kind of weird that like you're probably going to be safe seat because your dad's running the team. Yeah, this is what I'm saying is that no one's ever seen changes like this. Massive changes. All of a sudden, instead of cars being able to just help the team go as fast as possible, that's been ripped up and saying, no, you've now got to build a car that's going to help us being able overtaking, as well as you be able to go quickly. You've got to give chance, like it's to help promote the entertainment of the sport, which is better racing, closer racing, side by side, overtaking, stuff like that. Not just you trying to be able to put so many parts on the car that screw over everyone else behind you because they can't follow you, but be able to how do I put this? Is basically, I'll take this out of me so I can concentrate. So basically, what I'm saying is, instead of teams being able just to invest so they can go faster and not worry about the dirty air behind them infecting, overtaking, or anything like that, now they're having to worry about making the car go fast, but keeping within the regulations so it keeps the racing closer together, so it gives chances for people to overtake and push on and push forward and be able to create better racing and better entertainment in the sport. So that's the whole objective of it. So it's been mad. It's been a complete, absolute rule change, rip up rule book stuff. So absolutely bonkers. Right, here you go. We're going to go into a little bit more detail about this car compared to the friggin' Red Bull. who just probably spent most of their time boasting about the end of 2021. I can't believe they're having a go about any end of 2021, saying it was such a great climax to the championship. Are you fucking mad? Who the hell are you? Christian Horner, I'm sorry, man. I heard that back and I'm like, they've gone and destroyed the reputation of the sport, right? And you're sitting there saying, oh, that was perfect way to end the sport. It was the perfect way to end the season. If I was the other way around, you'd be spitting your dummy out and we'd still be having a court case right now. Right? Come on. Like, you can't be satisfied with that. How that was done. No way. Jesus. Mm. And here's the thing as well. When people see these cars, people are going to try and develop the as much as they've been regulated on how much they can develop, they will be allowed to be developed in some ways, and people will be trying to develop as much as quick. You will see these cars develop very, very quickly as people explore and find out the the upgrades they can put on the car to make it quicker. So it's definitely going to be that people are going to be learning about these cars and how they work and how they respond and how you get the best out of them with every race that comes along and every lap they do. So gathering data in practice sessions and everything is going to be key. It's going to be key, especially when it comes to eventually going on to develop the car further. The only way you can develop a car is by putting it on track and doing laps and gathering data. Well, we're gonna see that, and you get towards the end of Feb. Let's. I'm gonna show you the testing dates. Testing. Right. Here we go. Let's have a look. So the dates, 23rd to the 25th of February, will be the chance for all the new cars for the first time in the same place to test their car. It's a pre-testing date which won't be shown live. The one that'll be shown live will be this one, which is called the pre-season test. March the 10th to March the 12th, which is a week before the inaugural race a week before the first race in Bahrain, in which will be 7 days. That'll be on the 19th of March. Well, there you go. Yeah, so here we go. So those are the dates to look out for. And let's have a look. Obviously, reserve driver Nico Hulkenberg. Hulkenberg's still there. It's the reserve driver. If you ever need him. They did that in 2020 as a reserve driver. Right. Right. So I think we're going to leave it there, to be honest, because it's just Q&A after that. But yeah, make sure to... We're going to leave it there. So there you go. That's the 2022. I want to... F1 2022. Trying to see... There you go. Gotcha. Found a picture. There you go. Before we go, just show you one picture of it. There you go, in all its splendor. In all its splendor. Share screen. There you go. Look at that. So yeah, there you go. So these are the... This is the Aston Martin, and you can see the Red Bull. You see, look at the nose is a little bit longer. And the rear wing looks a little bit different to... The rear wing looks a little bit higher from the Red Bull. Probably to try and help reduce more downforce. So yeah, you can see there's some sort of differences already. But yeah, there you go. There you go. So that's a picture of it. We're gonna leave it there. Make sure... Mate, and don't worry, we're gonna get more. And there's more cars to come. There's McLaren's MCL36 coming up tomorrow, which will be at 7 p.m. So it'll be F1. It'll be F1 as McLaren F1 teams MCL36 at 7 p.m. tomorrow. So make sure you tune in for that tomorrow. But until then, everyone stay safe, stay well, and we'll see you soon.